warmest of greetings to everyone who is watching me this moment. Please join me in the conversation and also help to share the message so that it can reach the authorities of our country, so that there can be a way forward. However, there is an urge in me that warrants me to speak out at this time after a very long time of my absence from talking about Nigeria in my usual way of doing it. For over 20 years, I have been doing that on national television and radio. I've even received calls from people to say, Mr. Andrew Ajayi, Radio Senator, what's happening to you? We are not hearing you anymore. Please don't stop talking. Well, because of the hardship and situations we have around, where everything in Nigeria now is so costly and responding to the dollar, we are a nation that spends naira, whose national currency is the naira. How come we have the dollarization of our mentality now? It is not good. Wherever it started, it should stop, because in the United States of America, they don't even know the colors of our naira. In United Kingdom, they don't even know the colors of what our 100 or 20 naira note looks like. So why should we, as a people regarded as the giant of Africa, which is of a truth and indeed, it appears we don't even know who we are and what we are doing. It is not right that as Nigerians and the naira, we will now leave naira and now be appreciating dollar. See people spraying dollar everywhere, as if that is the currency of the nation. This mentality must change. It is not right. And the fact that even a plate of food, bag of rice, yam, tomatoes, Maggi, all these common essential raw food that we need as Nigerians to keep body and soul and that of our family members alive, are increasingly becoming beyond our reach. And yet we have government. That is why I am making this video today. Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you are the president of Nigeria now. And since May 29th, when you took over power, 2023, from former President Muhammadu Buhari, who left Nigeria buried economically. He told us he was going to fight corruption. He told us he was going to fight insecurity. But alas, corruption existed in that government. Insecurity became a crescendo and got to the height of unproportional unimaginability. And you took over as president. What is happening? You promised us, you told us that you have prepared for many years to be president of Nigeria. I choose to say my mind to you today, Mr. President, and all those who are watching should please help me share this video till it gets to the telephone of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, till it gets to the telephone of Godswill Akpabio, the Senate President, and the Speaker, Senators and House of Representative members, and the Ministers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We are all Nigerians, as you can see. I am proudly Nigerian, and I am adorning the green, white, green jersey of the Super Eagles to show my support for them and for the nation as well. Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you told us that you have prepared to be president. Now that you just came back from France, I choose to speak to you as a fellow citizens Personally, I appreciate you and your doggedness and your political sagacity, but the essence of government is nothing more than the security and welfare of the people. Because that is what I studied in philosophy, that I have my first degree. Yes, the essence of government is nothing more than the welfare and security of the citizens. Nigerian citizens have been making sacrifice for this nation to grow since 1960, when we got independence, and especially since 1999, when we entered this democratic experience. All government, including your own now, are telling us, let us be patient, let us sacrifice to the growth of Nigeria. We have been sacrificing since 1960 and since 1999. When will Nigeria sacrifice to ensure that the citizens of this country are happy in the area of good health care, in the area of good economics, that even if you now start earning only 10,000 naira as your salary, as it were in the days of the 70s and 80s, you can build a house from it, train your children from it, save money from it, do charity from it without even looking back. $1 today under your watch is 1,400 and something naira, which we have never contemplated before. The reason we voted for government, and it is you at this time, is not to continue to allow things like this to happen in the nation. It is the duty of the president and his executive cabinet not to steal our money, just the way some of your ministers are doing, and you are noticing and you are removing them. It is the duty of the president leading the executive cabinet to ensure that life is made meaningful. As soon as you came, you pronounced that subsidy is gone forever. As soon as that happened, we knew what we suffered. Even cup of rice skyrocketed. As I speak to you now, the rice we bought even last year, where we were even shouting at 52,000, a locally made rice in Nigeria is about 75, 95, 67, 68, as I hear now in the market. Because the one I bought last year, calculatively, intelligently, is still helping me and my family in the house. Are we going to buy a bag of rice for 100,000 naira under your watch, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Are we going to buy petrol for the exorbitant prices, even in the NNPC filling stations, that is supposed to be helping to force others to sell regularly? You can't even get petrol there. Most of them are lock and key. Anyone that even has, instead of selling at 591, sells at about 650, while the other one sells about 670, 690, even 700. The way you came to make a pronunciation that subsidy is gone, that petrol now became what it is now in our country, you should as well make pronunciation that $1 should become 1 naira, and that no dollar should be spent in this country, that naira should be what should be spent all over the place. Because it is a shame and embarrassment that as people living in a nation, the foreign worlds are even laughing at us, that they even glorify other foreign currencies and neglecting their own. Under your watch, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you can pronounce as president that what goes on in the market in terms of agriculture, that we hope you should build by tackling insecurity that is pushing away people from the farm now, terrorists, people who want to take over Nigeria, saying that Nigeria is their own, tactically killing farmers in the middle belt and even in the up north, taking over their land gradually, coming through banditry or kidnapping, that is making people not to go to farm anymore now that food are now becoming expensive. You must rise up as Mr. President to make pronouncements about all these things. We are fellow citizens. Just the way you said that subsidy is gone and things became hard, such that salaries of even federal workers as of January has not been paid, even up till this February moment we are talking about, which has even never happened before, is really baffling me. Your program is Renewed Hope Agenda. That was what you told us. With the way we are for 8 months of your government now, what hope are we renewing? It is becoming despondent, hopeless, frustrating and desperate among Nigerians to even find what to eat. You can't even cook a pot of soup in Nigeria now with 5,000 naira. It is not right. We can't continue like this. I thought by now, 8 months into your administration, you should have sat down to be commissioning projects on national television concerning agriculture and food production, concerning industrialization and manufacturing, where our youth will get employment, so that those who don't want to work, who are into kidnapping and yahoo, when they are now arrested, government will now justifiably deal with them adequately by sending them to jail. So that rituals, killing people for whatever reasons will now stop. So that kidnapping people will now stop. Nigeria can be a manufacturing and productive nation in science and technology under your watch. It is so sad that everything about us is importation. Your government of APC is now on board. Please, I am not criticizing you, but I am only telling you, as Mr. President, that we are pained. We are pained as fellow citizens with you that, and under your leadership, we are hardly able to feed now. For people who have cars, they hardly can buy petrol in them. Is there no way your government can do interventionist policy to even regulate and arrest middlemen and market people who are at every given opportunity, they will increase prices? If you buy something in Nigerian market today, for instance, 1,000 naira, go there in the next 3 hours, not to even talk of going there the next day, you will see that that thing has gone to 3,500 naira under your watch. This is no. This is not actually good. This is actually not good. We cannot continue like this. We cannot continue like this. We are being told to be patient, to sacrifice. It is easy for government people to speak like that because they control the Commonwealth, the money of the country, they control it. They can buy petrol, they can buy any food. 3 billions of nairas are budgeted for food in the presidency, in the Aso Villa, in the state government house, even in the local government. They have this money to spend to meet their personal family needs, while the vast majority of citizens suffers. Presidency, government. As a philosopher, I know that challenges can be in a society, but once we have governments who begged us to vote for them, that they can take care of everything, why should they not take care of everything now? Why should we, gari, fufu, everything is responding to dollar? A plate of food that we used to buy for 300 naira is now 800 naira. Not to even talk of going to all these eateries where you will be spending about 5,000 to just eat a meal that you think you like. Even when you want to cook it by yourself, you will have to spend maybe what you spend 3,000 to buy before, you also now spend 10,000 or 20,000 to buy it. A crate of egg is 4,000 naira now in Nigeria. Under your watch, former President Buhari, that I told you earlier, buried this country, told us that we are even going to remember him and be appreciating him when he is gone. Why I do not want to see that or appreciate that? Because I know that you inherited a difficult government. But where is the brain? Where is the sagacity in you and the head of those you have appointed to work with you to give Nigeria renewed hope? Where are they? Where is the brain? Because if the brain is truly working and they know their owners, the Minister of National Planning and Budget, the persons in charge of economic development, the person in charge of central bank, and all other strategic activity of government that should impact positively, 8 months down the line of your government, we are supposed to see that your government is actually doing the needful. That your government has started rolling out the caterpillar of development. If 8 months has come and we are not seeing anything, is it when you now get a second tenure? That is not how it's supposed to be. That is not how it is supposed to be. So I speak to you today on behalf of millions of Nigerians who are not happy and are already sounding frustrated anytime I have interactions with people. We cannot continually be told by government that we should be hopeful and peaceful, whereas we see the flamboyant lives our leadership is, living with the commonwealth of all of us. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, my dear president, I want to ask you a question. Did you take over presidency? Did you have this ambition for so long to become president, which our vote and God Almighty now brought you in to suffer us, to make us go through this harrowing experience? What is the salary of any Nigerian, apart from those working in the oil sector, or maybe some banks, or some maybe international non-governmental organization, or the civil servants at the federal, state, and local government? What is the salary? Where they earn about 100-something thousand naira and they are now buying a bag of rice for this high amount that I have earlier mentioned. Is that the presidency you want to give to us? You should, as a president, truly pronounce that 1 naira should be $1, and let us stop importation of this and that and start to produce here by going into great partnership that will bring factories and industries of all manner of productions, even those who are already existing in their factories, increase their capacities to employ more Nigerian youth so that they stop jackpying, so that they stop leaving this country. Mr. President, I also want to appeal to you by way of this strong advocacy that all those that are into the selling of foreign currency in this country, who call themselves foreign exchange or forex, dollar, pound sterling, they will be hoarding it, buying and hoarding, and now selling it, making that to deal with our country the way it is currently is now, frustrating everything that is economical in this country. Please deal with them, because this type of thing does not happen in America, Britain, Germany, China, and what have you. This action of theirs is unpatriotic. How can a set of persons, cartel, cabal, have access to dollar, be hoarding it so that naira will be suffering, and yet presidential powers, state powers cannot be used to deal with these people? These people are unpatriotic. Whether they are people in the high and mighty, we have given you the Nigerian power to exercise on our behalf, to deal with them so that it can be well again. In this country, in those days, people earned 3,000 naira salaries. They were able to build houses. People are earning thousands today, more thousands today, and yet they can't even buy a land and mold a block. You promised us housing. Where are the housing? You promised us food security. Where is the food security if we have to struggle to do all this? Arrest the people, deal with them, frustrate them the way they are frustrating Nigeria and Nigerians. You cannot be dealing in dollars and pounds sterling and be calculating, permutating, and you want to make profit, and yet the generality of Nigerians are suffering. Some people collect dollars from central bank and they trade in it. Haba. This does not happen anywhere. As for the insecurity that is going on in Nigeria, the people that are backing up the bandits here and there, oh, my Nigerian security of the Nigerian Army and Navy, police, are these people more than you? You got training, they never got training. Are they more than you? Where are the helicopters, fighting helicopters that can pour people fire from the sky? Start shooting them from the sky, so that all this issue of disturbing farmers and frustrating people, kidnapping people into bush, raping children, women, and beheading people, killing them, and collecting ransom. Where are our helicopters and drones that should give these people fire for fire and put pepper in their eyes, catch them alive and skin them and burn them to ashes? How can we live in a nation? People are mining gold, mining this and that, not paying returns to government, and yet we have government. This is not right. This is not right. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, now that you have returned from your vacation, please sit down and do the needful. And I also would like to advise that it has become, from my empirical observation since 1999 till today, our presidents, government officials, they have penchants of no sooner than they become whatever they are as president, senate presidents, speaker, governors, local government chairman, than no sooner than they become that, they will start traveling to UK, traveling to England, traveling to France, traveling to abroad. How many Oyibo people who are leaders in their countries have you seen coming to Africa or even coming to Nigeria to spend holidays and do whatever enjoyment the way our people go to that place? Aboro laman sofo moluabi to ba denure adodidi. Of a truth and indeed, Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, please, for the sake of God Almighty, wake up. The initiative that you have, that you used in doing government of Lagos State when you were even frustrated that time by the president as it was then, and somewhere along the line you succeeded. The people you are appointing to help to build this economy, who are they? 8 months down the line, we are not seeing anything. I am a Nigerian. I am passionate about Nigeria. That is why I have just spoken to you, Mr. President. As people who are watching me here, who are seeing this, you will also be doing well to ensure that this video goes out to Nigerians. We cannot fight war. We cannot come out now and be throwing stones at government officials because we are hungry and frustrated. So we must do it with dialogue and communication. That is why I am doing this. Or should people start going to the streets and carrying placard the way I saw in the news that they did in Niger State not too long? Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, remember that the Arab Spring that swept all the Arab countries like Tunisia, Egypt, and what have you, was as a result of rise in essential commodities that people need to feed, like bread, foodstuff. That was why Tunisia, Egypt, Morocco ousted their president some years back. That is called the Arab Spring. Should that now happen in Nigeria under your watch? If people start coming out now, you can give order for shoot at sight, spray them tear gas and water. That doesn't make you a good president. But a president that is good will listen to the yearnings and cries of the people and start bringing about quick solution short-term quick solution, medium-term quick solution, and long-term quick solution. Yes. Yes. As you have watched me and you are seeing this, please help me to share this, so that all these things I have said, which borders on reorientation and value orientation and character reformation, will get to the consciousness of the people. Please, my fellow countrymen and women who are watching, please endeavor to share this video. I appreciate you. I know not too long, if Mr. President hears this and the leadership of Nigeria hears this, I'm sure that they will start doing the needful and will be happy again. What is poverty? Poverty is not only the absence of money, but also the absence of opportunity to have money. Many Nigerians today don't have opportunity. They don't have opportunity to make money. Poverty runs around. See small boys involving in armed robbery, kidnapping, rituals just to make money. Government should come up with a very sound social security program. Copy the one of America, copy the one of Britain, copy the one of Belgium, Russia, and implement it here in Nigeria. And you will see that this incessant unrest as a result of frustration and hunger and difficulty in having opportunities to make money will now be solved. God bless Nigeria. It is well with Nigeria. My name is Andrew Ajayi, the radio senator. Mr. President, I love you. God bless you.